all of this backlash start coming toward this girl because Future just said, nigga, I'm not texting you. Then she would get on a phone call after all the backlash and would say that, you know, Tripp really did this for album promo.
I don't know, man. I don't know what you're doing, but all that social media, man, we ain't with this, man.
I'm doing those social media shit.
Man, she cut out, man.
Tuesday made me do it.
Hey, welcome back to Real Spill with 2 today, where the players parlay and they hate the K. Smash that like, smash that subscribe button, and finish that business you did. And let's get into this nigga Trippie Redd. He been tripping lately. Let's check it out and see what's going on.
Trippie Redd is an artist that had a really good run. I mean, for some years, it was looking like his career was only going up until he became...
And that, I can totally agree. Bro came in smashing with the hits, you know, and SoundCloud era going platinum on plat on plat. You did.
Somebody the music industry started to hate. I mean, he was showing the world that he really wasn't the best person. The whole situation with Coi Leray. This man got her pregnant, turns around, cheats on her while she's pregnant, and instead of, you know, taking accountability, oh, I'm wrong, he gets on Twitter bragging about it. He's
damn, bro. Hey, just to let y'all know, man, look, it's a difference between being Thots and scum. A lot of these niggas being scum, you feel me? Hey, it's a big difference. Thots is still following the heart, treating people with respect. It's just really masculinity, pure masculinity at its finest, you feel me? But when you being scum, that's when you just being disrespectful, just doing shit that you ain't really got no, business doing, really you ain't really got to, you just being a distasteful person, you feel me?
He said this one, him and Coi Leray was going back and forth. To every girl I ever did wrong, I'll do it again. As a grown man, he tweeted that.
So basically, bro, man, listen.
That wasn't even just a one-time thing. We really done seen Tripp show who he is as a person many times. And even the music itself has been failing. Tripp done seen a 70% decrease in sales. And what's ironic about that is at one point, Tripp was clowning other people. Oh, y'all selling 30K. Oh, y'all trash. Then he turned around and sold 30K first week.
T-list rappers, we about to create Avengers of trash. Nigga, we go.
Nigga, you dropped, man, nigga, you dropped the, what, 25 song album, hella futures, nigga, and bro, how much you sold? 30K first week? You ain't really got 2 minute room to be talking about, boy.
I'll sell what? If we all put our 30,000 first week together, we gonna make a bid.
Trippie not a random. This somebody who came in probably during the biggest point of the SoundCloud wave. He really blew up after X, Uzi, all of them. And his sound was different. He came into hip hop with his own style, his own little wave, and I think people appreciated it. I know I appreciated it back then because I used to always be tapping in with Tripp. I was a big fan of his music back in 2018, 20.
Yeah, nigga was listening to Tripp earlier, and then he just, I don't know, he kind of lost me, bro, because I ain't with the theatrics and the, let's see how many clicks, or just see how much shock value I can get in the presentation, man. You know, when he made that Pegasus album, he would post it naked in a big diaper. Like, bro, I'm not listening to that, bro. I don't even want to see you pop up on my feed, bro, for real. I don't want to see a grown man in a diaper, bro. That's not rap to me. That's not hip hop to me, bro. I'm just saying, like, bro, you got to chill, bro. Like, the music might be good, but I never know. Cause I'm not listening to a nigga with a diaper on.
2019. But even that early into his career, the antics would kind of start to show. Cause right around this time, Tripp would be growing his career. His arch nemesis will be doing the same thing at the same time. And it would go from Trippie just feeding the streets music to him going viral for social media beef. So for Trippie career to really make sense, we gotta dig into his relationship with the one and only 6ix9ine, the biggest snitch in hip hop. So back before either one of them were really this big established artist, they were cool and they were dropping music together. I know y'all remember Hoes, huge song, right? But there was a problem. The problem was 6ix9ine. See, before 6ix9ine was a snitch, he was a weirdo. I gotta watch what I say because we're on YouTube, but 6ix9ine was borderline one of them dudes that couldn't go near schools.
Basically, yeah, a whole bunch of rage bait.
Story short, without me getting demonetized, 6ix9ine filmed himself on camera doing something with this girl. And this girl just so happened to be not of age. So 6ix9ine, he did this. It's on camera, had a case going on. 2018, the man ended up getting sentenced to 4 years of probation for it, but that was in 2018. Tripp and 6ix9ine friends in 2017. Tripp didn't know what 6ix9ine had going on. Tripp was like, you know what, this the bro. I'm making music with him. He didn't know nothing about that. And when it did come out, and when Trippie did find out that, oh, 6ix9ine is a weirdo, he would get online calling him exactly that.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, bros. 1400 don't promote. We don't.
Nah, that's not
Weird.
dope.
I'm a timeless artist. I can't surround myself with goofies. But if we give clout, you feel me? We give clout. It was an accident. Technically not an accident. I made some good songs for Brose. But that's not how we rocking. That's not who. No, none of that. I'm high as. I just wanted to speak on this.
But the damage was already done. And what I mean by this is Trippie Redd single-handedly birthed his biggest ops career. Back when Trippie Redd and 6ix9ine was cool, Trippie originally had the beat for Gummo. That was supposed to be his song. And Gummo is the smash hit that
not the Wobster. Not the Wobster transform on the other end, bro. Like, all these niggas just goddamn going outside right now. God damn, it's a triple. God damn, it's a triple threat. Triple threat to have your shit cut ain't that.
created 6ix9ine's career. Pierre Bourne, super producer. You don't know Pierre Bourne, what are you doing? Him and Tripp was cool. Pierre was like, Tripp, I got this beat for you. He gave it to Tripp. 6ix9ine probably heard it. They was in the studio. 6ix9ine was like, bro, can I get this beat? Tripp being a good friend, or at least he thought at the time, he was like, yeah, bro, you can have it. And 6ix9ine would use that beat and use Trippie Redd in this situation to become one of the most controversial artists of all time. I mean,
went up past the moon, you feel me? Past the stars.
the nigga was even beefing with Pierre Bourne because Pierre didn't like 6ix9ine even before all of this was coming out. Pierre was like, bro, I'm not giving 6ix9ine no beats. And when 6ix9ine got the beat, Pierre was mad. He was like, damn, I didn't want him to have my beat. Now he used my beat to make a hit song. And so after Trippie and 6ix9ine started dissing each other, it would become a full-on war. And I mean, no lie, I could probably make a 2-hour video just going into the timeline of their beef. But I'm not doing that in this video. Just know that all throughout 2018, we would have these two literally going to war over anything, dissing dead people, dissing each other, trying to kill each other, just talking crazy.
You said, what are you talking about?
What up, Black D?
Who you talking about, bro?
What you mean what I'm talking about?
What dead homies you talking about?
Nigga, all your dead homies, nigga, I don't give a what I'm talking about. All
talking about?
That nigga Trippie Redd look like a goddamn sad ass kid, bro. He like, who you talking about, bro? That nigga look sad as hell. Hey, look, he ain't know. Hey, but no low key 6ix9ine got all these niggas in the bag when it come to that trolling shit. He ain't know it. See, now we're gonna take it that far, bro. He had no idea, bro.
You
Who
ain't
you
the
talking
dead
about?
homies. I'm gangster like that, nigga.
Oh, you gangster.
You know I'm gangster like that.
Where you at?
Nigga, I'm in Brooklyn. Fuck me when I'm in Brooklyn.
Alright, stay less. Stay in Brooklyn.
I'ma stay in Brooklyn.
Stay less. We on the way.
Yo, Trippie, listen,
We on the
Michael
way.
White.
And around the time of these two constantly going
Trey away.
at it with each other, basically becoming #1 enemies, we would have Tripp also on Bad Time with somebody else. See, remember what I said. 2018, we had Juice WRLD, we had Trippie, we had X, we had Uzi, we had all of these big artists coming up, right? And Trippie Redd and XXXTentacion just so happened to be friends. They was real cool. They got songs going back a long time. 2017, they had songs together. They were seen often. There's plenty of pictures of them together online. And they were really cool up until this point, up until 6ix9ine and Trippie Redd's beef. So Tripp and 6ix9ine, they beefing real bad. X was supposed to be Trippie's friend, but he didn't want to pick a side. X was in the middle. He was cool with Tripp, he was cool with 6ix9ine, and Trippie Redd wasn't really having it. And the first big sign of this was when Trippie Redd and 6ix9ine had got to an argument. They going back and forth on Instagram, and X would get brought up in these comments. 6ix9ine and Tripp going back and forth. 6ix9ine would say, you lost so much, that's why your career going down. You know it ain't true. That's why you doubted your best friend, XXXTentacion, to clout suck Drake, and still got you took off the song. Trippie Redd responded, man, your whole career's a lie. I should have beat your ass the day you pulled up. I spared you. My mistake. And FX, he always contradicted everything he say. We made a song together saying we don't switch sides, and he did that for clout, quick.
You betrayed me, brother. All that BS, man, but niggas be emotional, bruh. That's all it is at the end of the day.
And he been knew I was messing with Drake, but that's his excuse to mess with you. But damn, I should have let him beat your ass in Miami when he said he had smoke with you. And Tripp would respond, "Dear Trippie Redd, you got beat up already and no one touched me ever. I'm exposing you left and right." And what's ironic about that statement was 6ix9ine has got touched since then. When 6ix9ine ego was going through the roof saying he was untouchable, they did catch him lacking a few years ago at the gym. But back to the situation. We had Tripp mad at X and we had X mad at Tripp.
And even with that, y'all be looking at it like it's me. It ain't even me.
Man, nigga, we don't care. You did? We don't care if it's you or not, bruh. Straight up.
It just be awkward and awkward scenarios that happen and it just make it weird. Super weird. Feel me?
Coming from the weirdest nigga ever.
Like, I grew up listening to Drake. I don't care what nobody say. Drake, one of my favorite artists. I grew up listening to Drake.
But we ain't gonna hold you, bruh. God plan. If you was still on God's plan, bruh, it wouldn't have been as big as it was. That's why he took you off the song. It ain't got nothing to do with. It ain't got nothing to do with 6ix9ine. It ain't got nothing to do with it. Shit, bruh. He took you off the song cause he know the song was bigger than you, bruh. He knew you would hold the song back, bro. It's no futures on that song. It's not a future song, bro. He took you out that shit, bro.
I told bro I was cool with Drake.
And don't that song got 1 billion views or some shit like that?
He act like he was cool with it, but he didn't really. He didn't like that I was cool with Drake, but saying I was his best friend. So that's what happened. Anyway, he took the 14 chain I gave him, threw that in the trash. You know what I'm saying? And as life goes on, you just learn. Like, that's learning.
Yeah.
I can't give that I just met 5.
That song got 1.6 billion views, bro. Your ass was not gonna be on that song either way it go.
5 months ago, thinking I was cool with them, a $1,500 chain that I took out the kindness of my heart. You gotta look at it like this. Yes, the chain is only $1,500, so I don't give a but I bought 20 of them. So I bought them for all my that I with, you know what I'm saying? So
Yo, I'm annoyed.
Look at the thought in the background. That bitch just want to be on the current, be seen.
Over both of them feeling like they both switched sides. Cause X already had problems with Drake. If you don't remember the whole situation, X had Look At Me blow up. Then he got locked up. While he was locked up, Drake stole the man's flow. I mean, that shit was clear. People was overlaying the song on top of each other and it was matching up perfectly. So Drake stole his flow. X beefing with Drake. X was taking it a little too far, talking about he trying to F Drake mama, all this crazy talk. X was a wild nigga. Y'all know this. Him and Drake had their problems. Then Tripp became cool with Drake. That probably made X feel away. And they had probably a little back and forth behind the scenes. We don't know. Until Tripp one day will come online basically crashing out on everybody. And what makes it worse, he sparked up this beef with X, like talking how he was talking in this video just a month before X passed away.
I commented under his I was like, bro, I'm gonna beat your ass, keep talking about Zilla Kami. And made an instant snap listening to Trap Star. Then I looked up the videos, ended up becoming cool with him. I flew him out to LA. And seen that I was a blood, stole all the sauce. X the same type of though. X too. He a too. That nigga, he stole Ski Mask style. He stole my style. He just collided with his like all these bro. All these hoes. I'm out in LA. I'm at the Lowe's, my hotel. I'm not no. You got a problem with me? Pull up. Hello. Pull up. We got the blicky, stiffy, dicky, licky,
But this X beef probably leads us to some Trippie Redd regrets for the rest of his life. Even though he said he didn't regret it, this was still an insane moment that would have really changed his career. Like you heard from X and Tripp, there was some weird animosity there because Trippie Redd was cool with Drake at this time. And remember, 6ix9ine was like, Drake took you off that song, right? So Tripp cool, him and Drake locked in. They starting to make music together. And one of the songs that they were gonna work on together was God's Plan. The smash hit that quite literally took over the world. for months. I mean, the music video alone is at 2 billion views, and God's Plan was so big, it became Drake's first ever song to go diamond. So that's really saying a lot. And you know who's supposed to be a feature on that song? Trippie Redd. It was supposed to be him and Drake, but a lot of bad mistakes was made that ended up with Trippie losing what could have really took his career to the next level. And with how his career is looking now, who knows how different shit could have been. Pretty much this what happened. It was a mix.
I mean, it's just proof he would have fumbled it still. Like, even if he was on the song, it's just proof he would have fumbled it, cause niggas started doing goofy shit. Like, niggas started posting this Pegasus with a diaper on. Like, niggas look back, be like, yeah, I'm glad I took him off that song. Look what this nigga is doing. Niggas start clout chasing on the ground. Going on the blogs, getting posted on the blogs, not through him, but through Thots. It's just crazy. So a nigga be glad he took out that song, bro. I'm telling you.
To Trippie Redd being lazy and his DJ doing a little too much. Drake calls Trip up. He like, bro, I got this song. I want you to get on this song, right? He sends over God's Plan to Trip. And for some reason, instead of Trip going ahead doing this verse, he sat on this song for months and months and months. And Drake was waiting for this verse, but it never came. And Tripp said himself that he just never did the verse. But where everything will really get messed up is when his DJ decided to play the song at a party. He put Trippie Redd's tag on God's Plan and played it at a party. So now people heard the song, and now people asking Drake to drop it. And he was like, all right, nigga, I'm running out of time to drop this song. You gotta sit in this verse right now, or this song is gonna come out without
biggest fumble.
What you on, man? Trippie Redd missed the verse. He was like, I had shit going on.
Was that a lie or is this the truth? Do you have songs recorded with Drake?
I had one song with Drake, and that was the God's Plan.
Okay, that was the only one.
I didn't finish that shit.
Copy.
Got sick.
Do you regret not being able to finish it, knowing the success that record had?
No, it would have been a great record to be on for sure, but I don't regret it because it's like, I'm on my own path, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody else's song. I would have felt great for Drake. It would have been a moment for me too, because, you know, I would have been around for that situation. But it's like, I don't really, it wasn't my song.
Right.
I don't want to die on the record
for yourself. Right.
You know
a lot of people don't know the story behind that though. So what happened? You were supposed to do the record God's Plan with Drake, and you recorded some of it, and then there was a snippet. What happened?
I could have did this. I was sitting back, taking my time on it. It was my DJ. I mean, and my DJ went to like a party in New York, put like I love Trippie Redd in front of the God's Plan beat, and then the song was about to come on, and then he turned it off. Now Drake wanted to drop the because it was just going around too much. It was too much shit going on.
Was Drake mad when he heard the snippet, or he didn't?
It wasn't him. It was his team. He just wanted me to finish it. That's what he was worried about. He was worried about me finishing it, and then. So when it came down to the last day, he hit me up to finish it. I had a show where it was a venue that holds like 3,000 people, and it was like I had 2 shows that night. I had packed it out twice, so I had to perform, go upstairs, change my outfit, and come back down to a whole new crowd. And I had the flu. After that, it was like my voice was gone. I was up, sleepy. Ain't really nothing major. Like I was sick.
But past all the antics and everything, what about the music? For a while, 2018, 2019, the music was hitting. I mean, Trippie's career was looking solid. He was dropping solid projects.
Was that the Mansion music? I have no idea.
Yeah, solid tapes in 2019. He would continue to go up. And I mean, good numbers. The start of 2019, he dropped the album that sold over 100K first week. And
oh yeah, that song on this album right here, that song was just very hard. Them niggas rapping on that, boy.
I'm telling you, it was really looking nice for Trippie until he made a mistake. He decided to drop a project called Exclamation Point. And in my opinion, it wasn't as bad as people made it seem, but a lot of people really clowned this project, and it was kind of named one of the worst albums of 2019. So he drops Exclamation Point, and people was clowning him. People was calling the album trash. People was like, nigga, there's only one good song on this project, and it's not even because of you. It was this good ass song with Trippie and Playboi Carti. And throughout the whole week of that album, it was doing bad, except this one song. This one song was everywhere. Everybody loved it. They Afraid of Us, or They Afraid of You. It was one of them. It was this song, Trippie and Carti, doing amazing. Fire song. And then one day, everybody woke up, and that was took off the album. And This when people started to not think logically, and they started making up all kind of shit. They was like, oh, Trippie, you seen that the only song people liked on the project was the one with Cardi on it. It was because of Cardi and not you. And everybody was like, oh, Trippie was embarrassed, so he took the Cardi feature off. Whole time, I really doubt it, because that don't even make sense. Even if people did love Cardi's verse more than yours, if the song is streaming, nigga, you still getting money. You still getting positive press towards your name, even if people hated the rest of the album. But also, you gotta take into consideration that Playboy Cardi is Playboy Cardi. That man won't hesitate to just take a feature from somebody for no reason. I mean, a prime example of this is the whole Nav situation. It might have been 2024 or 2023. Offset had an album release party, and he played this song, and it was him and Playboy Cardi. It was fire. Everybody was like, bro, can we please get this song? And for a long ass time, we would never get this song until last month. Nav will come out and drop his deluxe album, and guess what Playboy Cardi did? That nigga snatched away the feature from Offset and gave the song to Nav. So who knows how Playboy Cardi was feeling when this Trippie situation was going down. And it's not that crazy to think that maybe he just didn't want it on streaming no more. Then 2020 came around, his career slowed a little bit, but 2021, you know, he was right there back in the face of music. Rage music, this whole new sound.
We already know how Carter moved, but he ain't super platinum, but he ain't giving it. That verse ain't sticking.
The music that he was at, that he was the face of, really. Not necessarily the face of, but he had a big part to play in that sound, especially with Mr. Rage. That song was so big, it ran its course. But after 2020, 2021, a lot would change for Tripp. Similar to Yachty from our last vid, Trippie ego would start to show and would really bite him in the ass. Pause. But back a few years ago, you know, Tripp, he beefing with 6ix9ine. They acting petty, and he would get to cracking jokes on rappers who selling 30K first week and how bad it was, right? Remember that clip I played from the start?
T-list rappers, we about to create Avengers of trash. Nigga, we gonna sell what? If we all put our 30,000 first week together, we gonna make a bit.
And like people always say, like your parents told you growing up, like you see on the internet, nigga, anything that you say and do on this internet gonna be there forever. And Trippie making fun of these rappers selling 30K was always there on the internet. And when Trippie came out and sold 30K a few years later, guess what happened? Everybody starts clowning Trippie Redd.
Yeah.
Trippie just dropped an album. He sold 30K, right? And this is the thing about bragging about sales. Like, eventually, like, you'll all get to the point of not doing good on numbers. And that's the tricky thing about numbers. It's good when you have them, horrible when you don't. So Trippie's now having to explain how he was clowning trash for selling 30K when he's now selling 30K. Yeah. So he says the video of me dissing someone that did 30K was a person that will go as far as diss my dead brother. Then, you know, it's, you know, it goes back to 6ix9ine, who was you know, like, obviously dissing his dead brother and stuff like that. That's the only person who I know that's dissed his dead brother. Now, I think Trippie's low-key a little bit changing it up. I don't think this was really meant to be at 6ix9ine, like the original video, because he says all of y'all are gonna like click up and put y'all 30K together like the Avengers. 6ix9ine is hated by everybody. Who would he click up? So I think this is when Trippie was selling like close to 100K, and Trippie just wanted to that's just what it is. That's all. Now, granted, you know, it's easy just to say, oh, no, I was dissing 6ix9ine, but I don't think this was...
Nah, you were popping your shit. He was popping his shit. He couldn't... He thought he was just too full of it. He was popping it. You feel me? But now we see, we just moving goofy and just... and releasing trash. That's just... You forgot what made you famous in the first place, you know. And you end up selling 30K too, my nigga. And you see that, huh?
Because who would 6ix9ine click up with selling 30K?
And then on top of that, the music releases leading up to him selling 30K wasn't even hitting. I mean, the project before this, Mansion Music, was universally hated by Trippie fans and people that didn't even like Trippie. This was a 30-song project full of millions of features. I'm pretty sure almost every song on this 30-track album had a feature on it. And then with this album being full of features, it was kind of, oh, we don't really
trash.
like that. Like, people wanted Trippie Redd to drop an album that was Trippie Redd, but He does that. Then the quality of the
shooter.
music ain't really hitting on the same type of timing it used to be on. Then just to make it all worse. Something we see happen to a lot of artists in this same area of music is the leakers. With Tripp, leakers was bad on him every time. Anytime it's ever a Trippie Redd album finna come out, leakers get to bullying the man. And I mean, it was on him bad. For example, 2020, Tripp had an album ready to drop, right? Pegasus. And months before the album would actually come out, these hackers would leak the entire album. And it wasn't even like a one-off thing. Every time Trippie gets ready to drop, these hackers always leak. I vividly remember Tripp at Night leaking days before it was actually supposed to come out. But the worst it was ever for Trippie Redd, the worst it had ever been was in 2023. Tripp comes out and he announces his Mansion Music album, right? The one from earlier with all the features. Hackers stole this album. The leakers got it and it was like, Trippie, you got this project. And if you don't want us to drop it, you gotta pass up $1 million. Now, what artist in their right mind would pay some niggas $1 million for their own music? That is such a crazy concept. I don't know what they was thinking. Like, I don't know if they was really trying to make some money. Y'all could have just been like, pass us 10K, we won't drop it. Pass us 5K, we don't drop it. The label probably would have paid that. But $1 million? Y'all niggas wanted $1 million off an album that probably didn't even make $1 million. I don't know what them damn leakers was thinking, but they was holding them for ransom. They was like, we gonna drop it. And so Trippie was like, you know what? I gotta drop. He ends up panic dropping the album and it was unfinished. Travis' verse was messed up. Some of the songs wasn't mixed right.
Every time I read people talking about this album and they're complimentary and they're like, well, what's up with the mix on Crazy Train? Like, I don't understand why it sounds like that.
Well,
and
they
I'm
gotta
like,
understand too, like, I was held for ransom on my project. They wanted me to pay them $1 million because they had all my records, every single last one, all the features.
Who?
Some hackers.
Wow.
They had all my songs, so I had to rush the project out. And then on top of that, the Travis song, I had it, but I didn't have the session. That's what Travis sent to me. I didn't mix it. My engineer didn't mix it. That's what Travis sent to me.
And you just had to run with it.
I had to run with it because if I didn't, the whole project was gonna release and it would have been a big thing. And this has been a big thing. Like, they have been hacking and leaking like crazy. Like, at least my last 2-3 albums, Pegasus, it probably leaked 2 months before it dropped, bro. And it still did extremely well.
And they want money for it. They're like, we'll hold it. That's crazy.
I kind of was like, if I don't drop it now, then it's gonna be out there and they're gonna hear it regardless. And they're gonna hear the bad mix regardless, so.
Through all of that, right? He turns around and then just keeps making these bad decisions, ruining his reputation even more. 2023, he dating this woman, Sky Morales. He ends up cheating on her, getting this other girl pregnant, and it's this whole big thing. And you would think maybe, yeah, he would learn from this. Maybe he would be a man and just be like, damn, I was wrong for cheating. I shouldn't do that no more. Hell no, that nigga got to the same problem all over again. So the man will go from her to Coi Leray. Him and Coi Leray used to date back in the day, 2019. They ended up getting back together last year. Same thing happened. But it's even worse this time. Him and Coi dating, they public, all of that. And eventually Coi comes out and it's like, I'm pregnant. And in the middle of her being pregnant, she would get online saying, y'all, I got cheated on, which is crazy. Cheating on her while she pregnant, that shit that you decided to do. I ain't even about to get into all of that. But
niggas be scorned for press, man. Scorned for press, man. Just to end up on the blog, man. Nigga do some shit like that. They be that rapper shit, though.
It would kind of go from Coi Leray arguing with Trippie to Coi Leray arguing with Trippie's ex. These two would get online going to war about this man. But Tripp would really be acting childish throughout the whole situation. Like what I said from the start. Coi got online talking about how she felt during this situation, saying this: girls don't care if you got a baby on the way, married or in a relationship, just had a baby, happily in love. It don't matter what it is. They gonna always be there. What matters is a man's discipline and that he don't play about his girl. He got to be ready for 100% commitment.
And what I could say, I ain't really about to chime in on the 100% commitment part, because really I don't give a fuck about no damn relationship statuses on these celebrities. But I will say is, yeah, these thirsty thoughts don't care if you pregnant, shouted like they coming for the bad regardless. All on shark, they don't care. And you probably was a shark too. Hey, you can act like that, but baby, we know. So we know. Now you seeing how I feel. So let's get back to the video.
And Tripp responds saying that every girl I ever did wrong, I'll do it again. Basically acting like it was cool to be cheating on.
And see, that's what I be talking about. Like, niggas, Like niggas just be saying stupid shit, trying to be like toxic and really, bro. That shit be lame. That shit be corny. You feel me? Just like niggas are trying and get their goddamn girlfriend, trying to smash their girl, the friends of their goddamn girl and shit. That shit be lame. You feel me?
On your girl or cheating on your pregnant baby mama, that shit weird. But I ain't really about to dig into that. So over this past week or two, we done seen Tripp really start to get into a lot of problems. It will go from him and Coi Leray going back and forth to him actually missing the baby shower and then saying, Coi ain't let me go. But Tripp problems will go from that to him getting into it with Kanye West. As y'all done seen, 2025 ain't been a nice year to Kanye West. This man been on some of the worst timing.
I'm trying to see shit. I do a reaction to this nigga. For real, like, I'm trying to see shit. Y'all let me know. Y'all want a reaction? Y'all want me to go? Y'all want my opinion on this nigga Kanye, man?
Done seen Kanye ever be on. 2025 ain't been good to him. But Tripp will come to have some problems with one of the things that Kanye was saying. Ye will come out and was like, you know, I'm the originator of rage music. I made this. I started this all the way back in 2013.
I mean, bro, Kanye probably had used some elements of the rage music before it westernized Kanye. We ain't gonna take no credit from Kanye, but to say you invented a rage is kind of some, you know, I am a god. You know, I like that song, bro. That shit hard. It do got some rage elements to it. But Kanye did shift the narrative. He did with that Yeezus album, which is Slept On Out. He did kind of put some of that rock and roll, you know, some of that rock star shit inside the goddamn music, you know, like he really did. But to say you a inventor of rage music, bro, like you gotta pipe down with all that, bro.
And Tripp was like, nigga, no you didn't. Me, X, Uzi, Cardi, we was the ones that really started up this sound.
Man, the inventors of the rage sound is me, X, Cardi, and Uzi. We paved the way, we popularized it. I'm not gonna let you old ass say you invented something that you ain't invent. Niggas need to take their pills, man. These niggas be psychotic, like out of their mind. Like, your old ass ain't invent. That's exactly why I ain't pull up on his old ass, cause he always just wanna put a nigga beneath him and shit.
And after this clip, it started all these different debates online, but I do think Kanye was rage baiting a little because it is Kanye. I don't even know why Trippie went back and forth with him. But if we really do want to sit and have this conversation about a lot of the modern day rage music, the type of music that Trippie Redd was talking about, it really was popularized by him, Cardi, Uzi, especially Cardi and Trippie. I mean, Cardi was mainstream and dropped Whole Lotta Red, an album that literally created a whole different sound in hip hop. Think back to 2021, 2022. How many rappers and underground rappers adapted that sound that Cardi made popular? That whole lot of Red era influenced so many different upcoming artists. Then we had Trippie Redd on the same type of timing. He came out, he dropped Mr. Rage, huge song. I mean, Mr. Rage was everywhere, viral all the time. Then Tripp would turn around and drop Trip at Night, an album where its entire premise is being this rage album. I mean, Trippie Redd went so hard into this rage sound, he was taking songs that him and X made back in 2017 and 2018 and re-releasing it with a whole different style to it. Ghostbusters, the original version of that song doesn't sound anything like the official version that Trippie released. That was just a normal rap song. And Tripp wanted to really play into that sound so heavy, he remastered the song into what it is today. So Tripp really does have a big part to play in this rage sound, and he does have a place to speak on rage sound. And even in this situation, I don't think Tripp was wrong. He has been making himself look wrong about other things.
Yeah, like, that ain't tripping.
Right now, Trippie Redd is seeming like a big ass clout chaser. He had the whole Kanye thing going on, right? Then he turns around and involves Future in some weird shit. So over these past few days, some random messages would come out, right? This woman would post these messages with her and Future, allegedly. And it was basically Future cutting her off because she was posted up with Trippie Redd. She posted these messages, it's viral everywhere. Everybody wondering what the hell Future got going on. And then Future would come out saying, bro, I just stay out the way. And these messages is fake. And all of this backlash start coming toward this girl because Future just said, nigga, I'm not texting you. Then she would get on a phone call after all the backlash and would say that, you know, Tripp really did this for album promo.
I don't know, man. I don't know what you're doing, but all that social media, man, we ain't with this, man.
Doing those social media shit. I
Man, she cut out, man. Both of them folk in on that shit, bro.
sent it to Trippie, and I was like, oh, like, you know him, like, aren't y'all cool? Because he said that's his favorite artist, and I sent it to him. He was like, oh, get that shit out your face, like, whatever.
Look, she with Trippie because, look, he'll post and all, do all that goof ass shit, get her more clout. You know, Future ain't about to do all that shit, man. Like, you can tell nigga just be moving goofy, man.
He was telling me that. Get the tat off your face. You're an embarrassment. You're for the streets.
But he's
You're a
been
hoe.
telling you that. I mean, this ain't no new shit. You know what I'm trying to say? But why would Trippie Red be doing that?
Because he's about to drop an album. And I feel like he wants the clout.
That's crazy.
I never said
Look, don't believe nothing to come out of bitch mouth, bro.
no.
That nigga, these rap is crazy as goofy. He a goofy,
But I
man.
never, and I told him that I have the text messages of me texting Trippie. I said, why would you send that out? I only sent that to you. He was like, oh no, I sent it to my management.
He
This
sent
has
it to
nothing
his
do with me.
management. To push that narrative,
Man, that
man.
nigga ain't saying
He's
that
trying
shit
to
to
sell.
no management. She Kevin, like, bro, listen. Those folk end up planning on it, like, hey, you post this, you post that, hey, they gonna hit the shade room, that ain't got nothing to do with no management. That's just strictly clout chasing. You feel me? Goofy activities.
LA music, make music.
So she gets on the phone saying that Tripp was clout chasing. Then Deadass turns around and drops a video she recorded herself saying that, oh, the messages were real. And I was lying about Trippie doing it for promo, all of that.
None of that text or nothing was true. It was not true. I mean, the text was real, but Trippie had nothing to do with that.
Oh,
The text was real.
Like, now she want us call Trippie had nothing to do with it. Yeah, call really. Future ain't rocking with her no more, so Trippie got clout. Trippie got leverage against her because she ain't nothing but, man, look at her, bro. She bad, but, man, come on now. But she ain't got nothing but little thirsty niggas on Instagram. But for real, it got to make sense for her. So she has to be around the bag for real. So she say that made Trippie look bad. So now she cut her water off by cutting. Future already cut out. Now Trippie about to cut out. So now she trying to save face. She trying to, cause she want to be around that bad. I'll tell her she want to be around niggas who pipe though with that bad though.
That I leaked, but Trippie and his team had nothing to do with that. I was just mad and being petty, and it turned into something that wasn't supposed to turn into.
I don't know what's going on.
Give me 50 push up right now. Give me some jumping jack right now.
No, but the whole situation is super confusing. But it keeps going to the girl kind of going back and forth with Future. Then they going back and forth. People side on Trippie. They're like, niggas, you really out here clout chasing? Like you really involving Future in this for some album promo? Why last night Trippie Red decides to post a video of him and this same girl, the girl that's causing all of this controversy, right? And guess what's playing in the background? A Future song is playing in the background of these two posted up in the car together. And I don't know if he trying to be petty toward Future or if he trying to spark up some beef, but this really some lame shit.
Man, niggas will do anything for a reaction. Niggas and women will do anything for a reaction, bro. They'll try and break you. They'll try and goddamn want your energy, bro. They'll do anything for a reaction.
What is going on? I don't know what Trippie got going. I don't know how he went from just dropping his music, maybe beefing with 6ix9ine a little bit, to full-on clout chasing. Maybe I'm looking into the situation wrong. Maybe some more info gonna come out and make me look at it different, but I don't think so. And the thing is, Trippie has never been an ass artist. He always been a very talented dude, but outside of the music, this man just be making himself look horrible. Similar to Lil Yachty. Now, Lil Yachty is nowhere near as bad as that man Trippie, but Yachty been his own controversy machine over this past year. I mean, the man constantly beefing with his own artists. He disrespecting people for no reason. Basically,
I don't know. We're gonna have to get into that video. I ain't watched it yet. Cause y'all watch it with me, I watch it with y'all. You feel me? This why I started trying to watch this type of stuff. But y'all know what? I want y'all to watch it with me. You feel me? So this what Real Spill with Tuesday you did. And man, smash that like. Smash that subscribe button, finish that bell. I'm gonna be back at y'all with another one, and we about to start hosting. Should we start next week? I'll be hosting giveaways. We'll be giving $30 to a subscriber every week. You know, on the Discord. It's coming. It's not in the description yet, but soon we'll be launching that with the channel. Cause instead of paying ads with Meta or with not Meta but Meta and Google AdSense, I'd rather keep that in with the subscribers and the viewers, and we'll just rock out like that. And y'all helping me build this brand, and I'll be back at y'all with some more videos. I'm gone. Appreciate y'all for checking in, for real. Niggas like these bitches, they be hit or miss. If it weren't for me, they would've been quick. But you can't fuck with peas, he ain't doing this. Niggas running circles, they ain't doing shit. Thinking that you know me wanna talk down. 1 step, 2 step, crocodile. This ain't really a trap, on shit pop style. But if a nigga step, he get knocked down.